Congratulations, you are now past T2. That's our second outcome out of 4 for this unit, so you're halfway there. This particular lesson is strictly focusing on an activity that will come into play later on. So it's the idea of potentially making more than one triangle. And from this point forward, we're going to be getting into the realm of trigonometry with non-right triangles. So the triangles you're going to be constructing in this lesson and moving forward are not going to have a right angle in them necessarily, but we're still going to be able to use some trig equations in order to be able to solve them. So we'll just start with figuring out drawing triangles. So I'm just going to do the first example as an example because using different materials on the surface doesn't usually provide me with much flexibility. So my angles are going to be off, my answer might be different than yours, my measurements in terms of the lengths are going to be a little bit off, but you should be able to follow these steps, and using a ruler and a protractor and even a compass, you'll be able to check and see how many triangles can you make in each scenario. So for each example, you're given the straight line, that's your base of your triangle, and you're told that this corner is going to be angle C. So from there, side C, just as a quick refresher, when we're dealing with any triangle labeled A, B, C, we always label the side opposite. That's named after the angle it's across from. So capitals are our angles and lowercase letters are our sides. C is going to be opposite our angle, so it's going to be over here somewhere. B is going to be our side that is here. So starting in the corner, you'll use your protractor to measure approximately 30 degrees, which would be here-ish. Okay, and then you're going to use a ruler to draw to that line and extend it 10 centimeters. Should be about here. Okay, now again, I'm approximating, but you're going to actually do this with a ruler, so it's going to be nice and straight, and you're going to do this with a protractor, so you will for sure be at 30 degrees. You're then going to draw side C with 4 centimeters, but before you actually draw it in, what you're going to do is you're going to use that compass. That's the kind of pronged instrument that you have with where you put the pencil in. It's got sort of a shape like this on top, and you can tighten it. Something along those lines. That's what a compass looks like. Forgive my art skills. You're going to place the point without a pen, a sharp point. That is going here at the other end of B. You can even label this. And then you're going to make sure that this distance here is going to be 4 centimeters. So line it up with your ruler, make sure it's correct, and then you're going to put a point there, and you are going to try and see if it comes short like this and it doesn't intersect with our line down here. That means that no triangle is going to be formed because we need that connection all the way down here. If it comes and it connects at exactly one point, that means that we're going to have just one line, and that's going to be my side C. The third option is that you're going to draw an arc and it's going to go like this, in which case you have 2 possible triangles. Option 1 is an obtuse triangle and with the obtuse angle here. Option 2 is also an obtuse triangle, but the obtuse angle is here. So you've got 3 potential things that you're going to run into: the ability to draw 1, 2, or no triangles. Remember, if it arcs and is too far and it doesn't intersect over here, before C, if it intersects like after, unfortunately that will not be another triangle because this angle needs to be 30 degrees. So we can't draw it backwards and have like this side going this way and extending the line this way. That's not going to work. Okay, so it has to intersect twice on this side of C, on the right hand side of C. So you're going to repeat this process and draw your triangles for the other examples, and there's some textbook work to practice this with, and then we'll move on to the next lesson.